Okay. Thank you, Philip. That was the part dedicated to Telios, and of course, you have already a lot of information on the platform, because Telios was just listed this morning on Seedblink. So the team worked a lot to publish the relevant and the information needed for the investors to take their decisions. And of course, there is a forum there, Q&A live, that could be continued also from your part if you're interested to know more about Telios. And of course, if by the end of the event if you still have questions for Philip, we'll try to manage that. Acum, now we transfer the floor and the mic to Costin. Bine venit, Costin. Am înțeles că vrei să faci pitch-ul tot în engleză, dar întrebările putem să le adresăm în română. Sorry, Philip, but you're still understanding. And maybe if there are some other non-Romanians in the audience, the pitch of Undelucram will be made also in English. And I will start also with a question in English for you, how the story of Undelucram has started and how long ago.
Hi, hello to everyone. Good evening to everyone. Yeah, so we started few years ago. I remember I was working in helping the HR department at that time. I was working for more than 13 years in a multinational company. And each time a candidate came to the interview, we had to answer quite the same question. Who are you? What do you do? What opportunities do you have in the company? What salaries, benefits, and so on. So it was for me and for the HR department quite of not lost time, but not let's say spent in a very efficient way. And at that time, I was thinking, okay, what about if the candidate already knew about us or know about us, and we just go to the straight point, and we are already maybe calibrated, and we talk on concrete stuff, and maybe with the offer. So that's shortly saying how we started. Since then, a lot of things changed. So I think it will be just opportunity to start the presentation, and
please do.
Whatever questions we'll have during, I'll be more than welcome to answer.
Again, I will invite the audience whenever they feel they have a question for Undelucram this time, to address them in Romanian or English or whatever in Q&A, but also in chat. We can take it over from there.
So I would just need a confirmation that you see my presentation.
Yes.
Right? Okay, brilliant. So again, I'm Costin. I'm the CEO of Undelucram. Is what we call the fastest growing work transparency platform in the region and Northern Africa and Middle East. What we do, we allow employees to share their work experience in the company they work or they worked for. We allow the candidates to share their experience during the interviews, and we cover a need that become a general trend, I would say, is the need of transparency. So this is what we do. We are a network of local platforms, employer branding and online recruiting platforms. We started in Romania a few years ago. In 2017, we started the business. At that time, we got a first round investment round. It was 150,000 euros from two business angels. We then tried to develop our products. We replicated the Romanian platform in the region, and we started with Republic of Moldova, with Greece, with Hungary and Czech Republic. Then late 2019, we got the second round of investments from Gapminder VC and One Attorney, who is a strategic investor for us because she knows very well the HR market, the labor market in the region, and she helps us a lot. So then late 2020 also we launched 3 new countries. It's about Bulgaria, Ukraine and Poland, just to finish the region. Also, technically speaking, we are able to replicate any country, any region in maximum 3 weeks. We do now a test. So we test the Northern Africa and Middle East with Dubai and so on. I think I will come later to this aspect, but our strategy is to grow the footprint in the region and to be able to grow with all our metrics, indicators, and so on, and to push up then sales. As said, we cover the need of transparency in the labor market. So we studied the region. Of course, we started with Romania and then with all the other 7 countries. So in total, we are in 8 countries. And in the region at this moment, we still talk about an unknown work environment. Candidates are in need of information. They would like to know more about their future employer. They would like to know more about the salaries they could get, benefits, and so on and so on. And on the other hand, companies would like to get more qualitative, let's say, workforce, to be more calibrated with them. Is in fact my initial need when I started this project. Okay, and of course, during all these years, we invested in the product. We monetize now on a business-to-business model. We have different products that we develop and we sell. Our big advantage is that we work with a lot of data. So just imagine that the user comes on the platform. He would like to know more information about a company. Maybe in 1 or 2 weeks or whatever, 1 or 2 months, he comes back and he would like to know more about another company. He would like to know about salaries, benefits, and so on. He has to register on the site. So literally, we have plenty of data about our users, and we started to develop an algorithm. So in fact, we are working in HR tech. And this algorithm should match the interest of the candidates with the interest of the companies. And we're continuously developing this algorithm. And in fact, one of the objectives of getting this new investment round is to allocate more resources in making this algorithm better and better. Okay, so later on, as I've told you, we started in Romania. We successfully tested the business model. So we have 3 products that we monetize. 2 of them are based on annual subscription model. So the customer pays upfront our services, and then each year they renew. For the escalation, as I've told you, every new country takes about 3 weeks. In fact, technically, we're quite fast. It takes more with the translation, adaptation, and so on, because we have a huge differentiator in the region. We act locally. We like to understand the better as we can the market, each market. even technically, so from the technical point of view and marketing, everything that we did in Romania, we scale it in the region. And of course, we have few indicators that we grow. Just imagine number of registered users, just imagine the numbers of reviews. Every user journey, let's say, is matched with what companies need, and so on. It takes us more or less 1 year until we start the business, and it depends on the region. For example, we had a quite nice surprise when we just started Bulgaria, Ukraine, and Poland, mostly Poland. We get very nice traction in registered users, in traffic, in reviews, and so on. All these indicators are helping us for sales. Okay, this is how we did during 2020. So mostly during the pandemics. So we started in, for example, in January with around 14,000 monthly recurring revenue. After 1 year in January 2021 it was more than double, and this year we started pretty well. We are now at the monthly recurring revenue more than 36,000 euros. I think in the very next days you'll get the entire P&L for the next years. Also, what we would like, so this, so we target a 600,000 euros investment. We already have committed 100,000 euro from the investors from the previous round, so Gapminder and One Attorney, and we will use this money, this 600,000 euros, for 1 year in expanding our footprint in the region, in consolidating our sales in Romania. We also started in Greece, Hungary, and Czech Republic to do sales, and of course we will continue with all the other countries, Ukraine, Bulgaria, and I hardly wait for the Poland. I would say that would be a juicy target for our country for us. But also we have a target in Northern Africa and Middle East, mostly because all these countries from Northern Africa, just imagine Egypt, Tunis, and so on, Dubai, and so on, they speak the same official language, which is Arabic, and also the Northern Africa French, where the big corporations are. And as you can see, there is a nice workforce and an estimated market side pretty interesting for us. But again, that would be a test that we currently do, and hopefully we have a really good footprint in the region. This is how we spend the money, so mostly on marketing, on growing our metrics, all together to boost up the sales in Romania, then in Greece, Hungary, Czech Republic, and then again with the other countries. But also we will invest, so besides sales, in marketing and sales, we'll invest in technology, in improving our algorithm. As I told you, we develop some machine learning algorithm that matches candidates with companies. This is the business board dashboard that I took from the P&L. You'll get this, as I've told you, in the very next days. Below we see our main indicators, so monthly traffic, number of registered users, contributions, reviews, salaries, and so on, number of CVs, and on top you will see our sales and expenses that we do. Okay, so this is our team. We're based in Romania and Republic of Moldova. In Romania, we have the management. the marketing, sales, and moderators for the platforms, and in Republic of Moldova we have the programmers and everything that is related to development. Also regionally we work with local agencies that understand the market, can do the marketing for us, and help us in establishing the base for the sales. As I've told you, we already started the sales in Greece and Hungary. And what is quite important, I would say, so this is here are a few of our clients. They are mostly multinational companies with regional footprints, so it's an advantage for us that they can open doors for us, for example, in Greece, in Hungary, and let's hope for the other countries as well. So we're ready in pitching and in budgeting for the companies in the countries I told you. And the opportunity for investing is this, that after 1 year of investment, we'll have more than double in monthly recurring revenue. Currently, we have this annual recurrent revenue, so it's 442,000 euros. And we'd like, as I've told you, to grow this regional footprint. That would allow us in a few years to have a nice exit, and there are multiple options here. So I would be more than happy to answer your question. Thank you.
Mulțumim, Costin. Cred că mai avem, we still have enough time for Q&A, 12 or 13 minutes. You can stop sharing the screen. Yeah, that's better. So waiting for your questions. I will shoot one, actually copied from Philip. What makes you different?
Well, in fact, as I've told you during my presentation, in the region we are quite unique. So in the most of the countries that we are the unique platform. Of course, in Poland we have some competitors, but we cover the need that currently is, as I've told you, a general trend. The need of transparency. Candidates need more information in the market. Candidates need to take informed decisions. Also, we have the role to educate people from, I don't know, how to let a review with a balance between pro, cons, and so on, but also having multiple information or data on our site, how to make a decision. It's not about good or bad decisions, it is about informed decisions. And also we act locally and specifically. So we want to really understand each market. As we know, Europe is quite segmented, let's say. In fact, we made a study for this, and we saw that people from each region would like to have something attached to understand, to bring solutions more specifically, and so on. And we also have some quite good examples. Is Kununu in DACH region, so in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, which they are doing quite well compared with Glassdoor, that when they entered and they tried to do in this region, they couldn't penetrate because they work too corporate, too standardized, and without Philip getting upset on me, too Americanized, let's say. So that would be our huge differentiator, as in fact it was validated not only in Romania, but also in Greece and Hungary. So that gave us a boost to speed up the things, and now it's the perfect time to speed up the things, and therefore we target this new round of investment. It will be a bridge investment for 1 year. And of course, we have quite nice plans for the future.
And in connection with this, we have a question about potential exits that you could imagine, or do you have a certain target for a period for an exit, or what are the future plans in this respect?
Yeah, sure. There are multiple exit options. Could be a let's say a public listing. Could be a important player in the region, like a job board or whatsoever. Could be a media publisher. Could be a kind of competitor, but they act now in the Western, for example, and instead of coming each country separately, now they could just have a package and they just continue the business. So there are multiple options. Again, we feel the that we are kind of watched, I would say, and people are looking at our numbers. And again, we are pretty optimistic in what we do, because we have a very clear strategy. In fact, since we started, we didn't pivotate. I mean, we followed the same strategy. Of course, it's about money that we invest, how fast we accelerate, and so on.
A direct question for your branding. If you have how many Undelucram and in how many countries right now? You have different web sites and web domains.
Yes.
How do you deal with this lack of synergy between different domains?
Well,
apparently.
Yeah, it's in fact part of our strategy, and again, it is an assumed one, and based on a survey that we did in each of the country. So that is in fact a huge differentiator, as I've told you, compared with other players in the Western. We are more attached to the market. People and potential customers understand us better. Candidates that look in the market are more involved. So we see that not only in Romania, but also in the other countries, that they would like to express in their own languages, not only English. And just imagine that English could cover maybe the IT field, the outsourcing services, maybe banking, but not all the sectors like retailing or whatsoever. So we tested this in several countries, and we still consider it's the best strategy for us.
Another question about, you mentioned your business angel, which Oana Ciornei, which is can you describe what is her role in the company, or how does her help with the company growth? She's acting as a business angel, you mentioned.
Yeah, correct. So she helps us with the strategy, and of course with the network that she has in the region. So she is general lead for AMROP in the region. So
AMROP,
yeah.
the executive search company.
Correct. So we get a lot of data about how specific we should go with the market and so on. Even with adapting our products to the local market. Of course, we have, because as I've told you, we work in the HR tech. We have quite everything automized, and even in Greece and Hungary, for example, we started with a remote sales. But again, one is the product and what we do, we can do automized, and one is the specific with marketing, with understanding the needs and so on. And in fact, this is the differentiator between us and a global competitor, I would say.
Mm-hmm. And talking about different markets, what was the most difficult market to attack so far, from your perspective?
Yeah, each market has its pros and things to improve, I would say. Sometimes, for example, if we look at the Poland when we see competitors, you might try to think that it's hard to penetrate or whatsoever. But considering the workforce, you then realize that multiple players they have enough space to handle and to make business. So I think now it's about timing. I mean, therefore we are targeting now this round. It's the perfect timing to speed up the things, and to speed up the things, of course, you need budgets. I think this is the key to open now the things faster.
Mm-hmm. I think we have time for one more question before after that, if someone wants to raise it. About timing, how did the pandemics and the last year influenced your relationship with your existing customers, and what was the impact on the business growth?
As you could observe in the graph that I shared with you, we grew and grew and grew. So each month, in fact, I wouldn't say that the pandemic has affected us, but again, we had a strategy. So I think for about 1 month, we had to say, okay, let's stop a bit. Let's see what the market does, what the HR does, what recruitment market, what is its direction, and so on. And then we had to talk with our existing customers, and also to adapt our products for the future customers. So in fact, our strategy was to not make the existing customers or potential customers forget about us. And I think it was about 1 month or so, and then we pushed again with marketing. We pushed again with our visibility. We have different already set up strategy for our brand, and I think it was a successful one, and we can see that in the data.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you mentioned the next challenge for you for going abroad is big market, meaning Poland, which is
Poland and Ukraine. They are quite similar as workforce. Of course, they are different in a commercial way of doing business. But the traction that we already got, again, with small budgets now, it's quite impressive and quite good surprise, I would say. And of course, in the P&L, we put all our forecasts that we did for all the markets.
Great. So here we are with our last question. We go to the end of the event, and both of you have time for another, let's say, argument. I would ask you both, if you want, Costin, this time you can start, and then Philip. What, in your opinion, what are the 2 most important arguments for the investors to join you in Undelucram story and be part of Undelucram as shareholders, investors?
Yeah, so as we started in Romania, we for sure will be a relevant point of information in the region, in the CEE and Northern Africa. There is a lot of workforce that needs to be informed. They are looking in the market and so on. There is a potential that we see in the business, in doing sales and so on. And for this 1 year round bridge, let's say, will speed up all our indicators in order to succeed with our targets. Even it's consolidating Romania in sales, even it's Greece, Hungary, and Czech Republic in doing more sales, or the new countries that we entered. So for sure, it is a good opportunity, investment opportunity.
Mulțumim, Costin. And Philip, if you and after Philip, I'm rog audiența să fie pe recepție pentru un scurt survey. Dacă colega mea le va posta dacă ați investi, da sau nu, în cele două companii pe care le-am prezentat în seara aceasta. Philip, if you put yourself in the shoes of the investors, what would you consider as the two main arguments to become part of Telio's story as an investor?
First main argument that I would give is we have traction. We're growing at an unprecedented rate, and there seems, and I always put there seems, and I try and be conservative. There seems to be no end on this, because we're making a market that doesn't exist, and we're bringing our experience, which again nobody else has besides us. We're bringing our experience to this market, so hopefully we learned from mistakes in the past. Secondly, with chronic care, everybody here knows diabetes, cardiovascular, cancer, obesity, overweight, all these are chronic care conditions. And if we don't start to address them, and we don't start to address them through the National Insurance House, the state system eventually could go broke. Let's put it like that. Everything, and we want to prevent this. We want to have everybody, our dream, and again I use that, it's my dream, is to have equal access for everybody in care. And in 3 years' time, our business model has proven this return. Thanks. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Costin. So we have this short survey. We kindly ask, rugăm pe toată lumea să răspundă cu da sau nu la cele două întrebări și răspunsurile voastre, bineînțeles, rămân anonime, înseamnă commitment, dar vrea să avem un fel de notă pe care paneliștii din seara asta să aibă un fel de flavor cu modul în care s-au prezentat. Și vă mulțumim pe această cale. Reamintesc că Telios este deja listat de astăzi pe Seedlink și puteți obține multe informații și de business și tehnice și financiare de pe platformă, iar Undelucram într-o săptămână de azi va fi în acea situație, adică listată public pe Seedlink și veți putea să obțineți informațiile detaliate în acea fază. Acestea fiind zise, cred că am obținut voturile dumneavoastră. O să închei în română. Am început în engleză și o să închei în română. Mulțumim pentru prezență și pentru interesul pentru Seedlink și companiile tech inovative pe care vi le prezentăm. Vă dorim o seară bună și să auzim de fapte bune. Numai bine și seară bună!